Hello, lovely learners. How are you doing today? I hope that you are excited and pumped for the weekend. It's Friday. For most of you, it's the weekend tomorrow. For others, the weekend has just ended. But wherever you are in the world, I hope you are having a brilliant Friday. In Europe, we have a bit of a cold front this week, so it's been raining here all morning, even though yesterday evening the sun was shining, but the temperature is a bit lower, and I'm surviving. I just have a few more layers now. So you can see I have my big jersey. Okay, for those of you that are joining the lesson today, please introduce yourself in the comments, in the chat, and remember that you are here to be active in your English learning. All right, so I want you to speak the words out loud when I ask you to. I want you to practice your pronunciation. I want you to write your answers in the chat when I ask you questions. Very important to be active in your English learning, because when you are active, you start to retain the information. All right. So for those of you that don't know who I am, my name is Mish. I am from South Africa, but I live in Spain. All right. I live in Europe. And I love my home, this place I call home. It's a beautiful island just southeast of Barcelona. And I hope you all can learn a lot of English with me, and you can improve your skills and level up your English. So this lesson and these lessons, because I don't just do one, I do one on Monday on Instagram, I do one on Wednesday on YouTube, and one on Friday on YouTube. These lessons are made for intermediate learners. So if you are intermediate to upper intermediate, then you are in the right place. Hi Priyanka, Durgesh, Yasilton, Ali, Faride. Lovely to have you here. I'm glad you're here to join and to start your weekend off well and learning some new English. Hello Francine, lovely to have you here too. Okay, so here I use a website called engu.com. I'm not sure if any of you have heard of it before, but it is a really cool website. It's in the caption below this video. I will also post the article here in the chat. And they have up-to-date content articles every day where they are organized into different levels of English. You can improve your pronunciation, widen your vocabulary, improve your reading skills. And when you are learning with me, you're also improving your listening skills and a little bit of your question and answering skills too. Your comprehension skills. All right, so let's begin this lesson. Hi, Rizka. Hi, Hotel Central Cats. Marilyn, nice to have you here. Lovely to have you here. Hi, Jack. Okay, so let's go for it. 1 second. Window capture. There we go. All right, so the title of the article is "Where are the most filmed places in the world?" Where are the most filmed places in the world? So here you can see it's an intermediate read. It was posted on the 8th of April, 2021. And we can move on to the vocabulary, all right? So the first word is star. Star. One syllable, one stress. The definition is a famous or impressive entertainer or athlete. Jennifer Lawrence is my favorite movie star. There you go. There's Jennifer Lawrence. All right. So that is just an example sentence. All right. If you're famous or an impressive entertainer or athlete, similar to a celebrity. Very, very similar. Okay. Let's move on to the next one. Credit. Credit. If you look at the phonetic spelling, which is in blue, you'll notice that the first syllable has an apostrophe before it. That means that the first syllable is stressed. Credit, credit. Okay, so can everyone repeat at home? Credit. Good. So the definition is the act of mentioning the act of mentioning someone who worked on a film, TV show, etc. A list of people involved in making a film, TV show, etc. All right? So all of the actors were named in the credits of the film. This list is usually shown at the end of the movie, at the end of the film. The end, da-da, and then the list of credits comes up. Music by, director, actors, main actors, all the credits of all the people that were involved in creating and producing the film. The credits, okay? Let's see, okay? Next word is action. Action. Kind of turns into a sh sound. Action. All right? So if you look at the phonetic spelling, you can see once again that the stress is before the first syllable. Action. Can everyone repeat at home? Action. Okay? Nice. The events that happen in a story or film, etc. For example, in this scene, the action takes place in an aeroplane. Right? So it's the events, it's whatever happens, the action that happens. Okay? Next word, palace. Palace. Once again, the stress is on the first syllable, palace. Can everyone repeat after me? Palace. Okay, if I click on the photo, that is a palace. What is a palace? A palace is a large and expensive building that is often home to a royal family. This is not a cheap house. This is a very expensive house or building. Call it a house. A palace is usually huge. It's very big. And this palace was home to French royalty. That's an example sentence. So you can see it's also a noun, okay? It's a building, it's a noun. All right, let's move on to the next word. 2 words. Science fiction. Science fiction. Notice the stress is on the fiction. Science fiction. A type of story that is based on imaginary discoveries and inventions. So science fiction is not real. We talk about science fiction when it comes to the genre of books or of movies, okay, of films. So you can say, the genre was science fiction. For example, Isaac Asimov is my favorite science fiction author. Okay, that's for a book. Science fiction is imagination. It's not real, like Harry Potter. This is science fiction. What would we call a film or a book that is based on true, real life? Can you tell me in the chat? What would you call a book or a film that has the genre of real life, a real life story? It's not made up, it's real life. Can you tell me in the comments? Let me know. Thank you, Jack. Very nice. Hi, Seema. And yes, it is afternoon here. It is 4:30. Okay, Durgish loves science fiction movies. What do you call the genre of a book or film that is real? Does anyone know? Documentary could be. Biography could be. But there's a different word I'm looking for. There's a different word I'm looking for. Can anyone get it? I'm waiting. If not, I'm going to tell you. It's fiction. So we've got science fiction, okay, and this is not real. And then we have fiction. This is real, okay? Science fiction, fiction. I always, always, always get the two confused. I can never remember. Terrible, but yeah. Okay, it's fiction. Just fiction without the science. Fiction, it's real. All right, next word we have documentary. Documentary. So documentary can also explain real life events, okay? Usually we use documentary for a film and we use fiction for a book, and that's the difference, okay? That's the difference. We use documentary for a film and fiction for a book. Documentary. Notice the stress is on the me. Documentary. Can everyone repeat after me? Documentary. 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 Okay? A type of movie or TV show that explains real events. I love watching documentaries about animals. What animal is that? That is a lion. From Africa usually. Yeah. I have seen a lion in the wild before at a safari park, a game reserve. Okay, let's move on to the story. Hasib says fiction means imagination. No, you're like me, getting confused. I can never remember it. Science fiction, imagination. Fiction, real. Okay, nice. All right, let's move on. Where are the most filmed places in the world? Okay, 1 second because I just want to check something. 1 second, guys. I'll be with you in 1 second. Okay, yeah, I got it wrong once again. See, I told you I always get it wrong. Okay, we've got science fiction, fiction, a doc. Let me write it for you. Okay, so fiction or science fiction is imagination. Sorry, Hasib, I'm confusing you now. Non-fiction is like a documentary, real life. There you go. Sorry for the confusion, but this is something I don't know why I cannot grasp. Okay, we're back. We're back. Okay, now I hope you've got it. It's written down, it's there. Okay, nice. Let's move on to the article, all right? I'm going to read, all right? Where are the most filmed places in the world? In some movies, the location where the action takes place is as big as a star as the actors. Here are the world's most filmed places. According to research by NetCredit, Central Park in New York City has more IMDb credits than anywhere else. The famous park in Manhattan has been in 532 movies. Wow. According to data from December 2020. Fans of comedy movies will have seen Central Park in Elf and When Harry Met Sally. If you like action movies, you may have seen Central Park in The Avengers with Robert Downey Jr. or Die Hard with a Vengeance with Bruce Willis. So here we have Central Park. It's absolutely gorgeous. I've been to New York, but I didn't go inside Central Park. I don't know why. Terrible. I should have. I saw it from the outskirts, from the outside. Okay, lovely. Okay, let's move on. With 131 IMDb credits, Trafalgar Square in London is Europe's top movie location. Found in the same area of London as Buckingham Palace, about 15 million tourists visit Trafalgar Square every year. You may have seen Trafalgar Square. What's wrong with me today? You may have seen Trafalgar Square at the end of Wonder Woman. It's also been used in science fiction movies like V for Vendetta and Children of Men. Amazing. I do remember this. I do remember this, Trafalgar Square. And I'm pretty sure I have been there before. Okay, outside of Europe and North America, the most filmed place in the city of Kabul. Many local movies have been made in the capital of Afghanistan, and many documentaries have been made there too. Only North America, the UK, and Afghanistan have locations with more than 100 credits. Canada's top location is Niagara Falls with 142 credits. The top location in France is the Eiffel Tower with 95 credits, and the Sydney Opera House has 65. According to IMDb, India's Taj Mahal has 39 credits, while Japan's Mount Fuji has just 19. Okay, yeah, Eiffel Tower shows up in quite a few I have seen. I haven't seen Niagara Falls. And Taj Mahal, no. Don't know. I thought that South Africa also had quite a few locations that were used, but not said, like they use South Africa because South Africa is cheap to film, but they don't say that they are in Cape Town or South Africa. They don't show the scenery. Okay, nice. Hasib, I am South African. Yeah, I am South African. Okay, nice, everyone. So that here we've got 4 photos. We have Niagara Falls, we have the Eiffel Tower, we have the Sydney Opera House, and the Taj Mahal. I wanted to know from you, if you had to visit any of these places, which one would you choose? I think I'd choose Niagara Falls. I think it looks beautiful. It must be magnificent. And it's natural. Nothing beats natural. Nothing. What do you guys think? Where would you go? Which one? Which one of those 4 would you visit? Let me know in the chat. We have the photo up. I think the Taj Mahal would be quite beautiful too. I have seen the Eiffel Tower and I have seen Sydney Opera House. So it would have to be between Niagara Falls and Taj Mahal. But Niagara Falls is natural, so I think it wins. Taj Mahal we have in Niagara Falls. Francine, I've seen Niagara Falls during my honeymoon trip in 1979. Lovely destination for that. I would also choose Niagara Falls. All of them. Durgish. Yeah, Durgish, all of them is the best answer. Absolutely. Hasib also loves nature. Taj Mahal. Brilliant. Okay, so let's move on to the questions that we can answer. Here comes the reading part. Okay, the reading part. What is the most filmed place outside of Europe and North America? What is the most filmed place outside of Europe and North America? Okay, there we go. I think you can read from here. So tell me, what is the most filmed place outside of Europe and North America? Can anyone tell me in the comments? I have seen Niagara Falls and Eiffel Towers. I'd like to see the Taj Mahal. Lovely. Lucky you. Ali would not, none of them. Ali doesn't want to see any of them. Okay, nice. Francine, I would like to go to visit Sydney Opera House in Australia. Nice. Lovely. It's beautiful. It really is. It's a lot bigger than you think. Kabul. Hi, Miguel. City of Kabul. Kabul. I think it's Kabul. Kabul. Good answer, guys. Very nice. Okay, question number 2. Who is the star of the movie Die Hard with a Vengeance? Who is the star of the movie Die Hard with a Vengeance? Who is the star of the movie Die Hard with a Vengeance? Anybody? Oh, we've got some more Kabuls. Nice. It's not Afghanistan. It is Kabul. Kabul. Bruce Willis. We have a Bruce Willis. Any other answers? Any other? Bruce Willis. Lovely. You're all correct. It's Bruce Willis. Okay, it's Bruce Willis. Okay, who is the star? Remember, the star is a celebrity or the actor. All right, that is the star. Okay, so we have got Bruce Willis. It says there with a vengeance with Bruce Willis. All right, nice. Okay, last question here. How many tourists visit Trafalgar Square every year? How many tourists visit Trafalgar Square every year? There we go, there's Trafalgar Square. How many tourists visit Trafalgar Square every year? Anyone got an answer? Before, the answer was Bruce Willis, okay? Not Robert Downey. Bruce Willis. 15. 15 what? 15 what? Just 15 tourists? Miguel says 15M. What does M stand for? Million? 15 million, 15 million, 15 million, 15 million, mil. Got 15 mil, nice, good one. Absolutely. As you can see, about 15 million tourists visit Trafalgar Square every year. Nice, guys. Lovely. So let's move down. Let's go back. Let's see some discussion questions. I'm going to go full cam here, back with you guys. And okay, I'd like to know if there are any locations in your country where film crew come and film movies, film documentaries, film science fiction. Are there any locations in your country where people film? I can tell you that here in Spain, I think there is quite a bit. In Mallorca, there is quite a bit, but I haven't really seen it. I'm not sure there are a lot of locations they're allowed to. In South Africa, it's very cheap to produce a film there and to film. So it does happen a lot. Probably not now because of the pandemic, but usually it does. Durgesh, I'm 30 years old. Okay, anyone can answer that question? If there are any locations in your country where they like to film movies or documentaries? Anyone? Anyone out there? And in particular, they like to film in Cape Town, South Africa. I used to do some extra work for films when I was 19, 20, and I was in some Bollywood movies, and they would film in Cape Town. They would use the beaches, they would use the beach clubs, and it was a lot of fun. Okay, I've not seen any location for movies. Paris, lovely. Bali, Rizka says. Nice, Bali. Bali, they love to do photography there too, don't they? Bali's beautiful. Vancouver, Canada. Okay, nice, Francine. So there are a few of them there. Priyanka, there are many in India. These are Taj Mahal, some places in Delhi, in Uttar Pradesh, in Himachal Pradesh, and many more. Montreal. Okay, Montreal, Canada as well. Lovely. So there's a few. Yeah, Priyanka, I guess there's also a lot of Bollywood filming that goes on in India, right? I have a friend who went there to just model and dance in Bollywood films. She went there to work. In Romania at the Palace Castle. Lovely. Beautiful. That sounds incredible. Okay, nice. Quick question. Would you rather meet Robert Downey Jr. or Bruce Willis? Would you rather meet Robert Downey Jr. or Bruce Willis? I actually don't know. I wouldn't want to meet any of them, to be honest. I'm not a big fan of these actors. Persian Gulf in the south of my country, nice. Germany, Durgish says. Okay, Priyanka, yes. Nice. Which one of these actors, of these stars, would you like to meet? For me, I'm okay. I can die without meeting them. I'm happy. It's not much of a difference for me. Hasib, I don't know them. Okay, Antonetta, Bruce Willis. We've got a Bruce Willis, Durgish, Robert Downey Jr., Robert Downey Jr., Bruce Willis. Bruce Willis. Wow, we actually have equal amounts of people here. That's very interesting, I'd say. I don't know them. I'm out of the world. Farida, maybe that's a good thing. I also don't want to meet them. Nice, Asib. We can fist pump on that. Agreed. Okay, guys. Thank you so much for joining today. I hope you have a lovely weekend. I hope you learned 1 or 2 new words, that you learned some new pronunciation, that you thought in English today. It's the most important thing, to think in English. This is how you improve, and I hope that you pronounce the words at home. Hi, Alessandra, you're a bit late. But otherwise, I wish you all a lovely weekend, and I will see you again on Monday. Don't forget, the Fluency Club is opening in 3 weeks. So if you want to get in early on the early price, then you better be at the workshop I'm launching soon. So pop your name in the form in the wait list. It's just underneath this video. It's in the caption. And remember to subscribe to my channel and to turn the post notifications on so you know when I go live again. Okay, lovely to have you all here. Have a beautiful morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are. And